Well, we are back for some Dokkan. Part 3 is almost here. It's going to be about 6 days as of this video being uploaded. We know that for certain. As you saw up here, we're joined with a Truth tweet and a Proton tweet, mind you, because we've essentially got some weird, like speculation going for the new Dokkan Fest stage. This is a Dokkan Fest event, or rather a medals event, I should say, which means it is hinting at the LR that we're getting, as well as there is a banner unit in the queue, and it's looking a little bit like we might get more GT. The thing is, it might not be the GT people want. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, that this looks pretty reasonable. This is a guest from Truth saying, my first thought is Goku versus Baby when Goku returns to Earth with the Dragon Balls. This would be in line with the theme of GT heroes. If there's one thing we've seen, and let me actually pull it up just to make the point. So if there's one thing we've seen, and shout out to Dokkan.fyi for this great team builder, is that the GT Heroes category here is not the most robust. Of course, we have gotten some buffs here. We got this Goku, obviously, but so far the team is sort of looking like this. And then I would say that the last strongest character is probably this one. And now that we're here, we sort of get into the more sketchy options. We get into an option like this. I know people aren't liking this character. We get into an option like this, or we get into an option like this. And maybe I've just been standing on my own when I say this, but I have never been the biggest fan of this Goku and this Vegeta. I think they were incredibly overrated the day they dropped. I think they were incredibly overrated the day they got a team. And that's just me. If you like this character, I mean, I've used this character a bunch. I just don't see it. I think they're just okay, but I think people were a little too excited for these two. So GT Heroes getting another confirmed valuable option. Obviously, you could also use the Pan banner unit, right? And then you could use this Vegeta here, and this is more of a newest cards available list. But what this team would like is another powerhouse, I think. Well, I'll be honest, this team doesn't really need more powerhouses. It's already got arguably the best character in the game, right? So whatever, though. What I'll say instead is I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be disappointed or anything, but it would probably be a pretty easy skip for me. I'm not really looking forward to another, oh my god, we need more GT heroes immediately. You know what I mean? Like we have enough super units. What I would like to see instead, if I'm my most honest self, maybe I'm my most I guess greedy self, is a Baby. Obviously, I mean, they could do Baby. I mean, this literally could be Baby, right? I mean, he's right here. So it'd be nice, but I don't think it's what we're getting. I think if they did Baby, they'd do the destroyed city or what have you. I don't really know. They do a field, right? But it would sort of alleviate the burden of another more needed team, even though I do think Omega Shenron has gotten the most help of any character this celebration, probably. I mean, actually, not probably. I mean, this team looks pretty phenomenal, right? So, whatever that is. This team looks pretty phenomenal. It's not like there's a bunch of wiggle room here, right? And we could just as easy go with any of the Shadow Dragon options. So Nova Shenron, you could go with the Omega Shenron from, I guess we could do that here. So slot 3, and it would be, is the Super Easy A Shenron not on here as a what 220% option? I wonder. Just real quick, do a scan. Maybe I'm just missing him in my head, but either way, you could go with another Shenron. You go with Nova Shenron, for example. You could go with the AGL Shenron somewhere. You could do Freeze or whatever. But this would really benefit from a Baby. Again, another character that I'm not really a huge fan of, but people seem to love, is this baby's time limited buffs. This character is going away soon. I've used them. They're fine. I don't really see it as like a, whoa, this character is like obscenely powerful with the buffs. That's just me. But all of this is just to say that, yeah, I don't really know if this is a Goku. So if it is a Goku, like what should you do? What's the next course of action? Well, I think first of all, I just want to say that this is probably the best case scenario. I know a lot of people are going to say like, oh, but I really want an End of Z or a GT Goku or what have you. You know, we have DaTruth here saying apparently this next Dokkan Fest is a Dokkan Fest LR. I wonder if it could be something outside the box like End of Z Goku or End of GT Goku. Like I said, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't want this or it's an easy skip, but comparatively to DAIMA, which is, you know, new, exciting, Super Saiyan 4, etc., etc., I think this is a much easier skip than them dropping that. I think the biggest thing is just that it is just a Goku, right? And, you know, his hair is not, you know, long and red or anything like that. So no Part 3 DAIMA Super Saiyan 4 Goku then. Are they really going to wait for Anniversary? This is getting very real, by the way. I think the person who immediately said, like, it's going to be DAIMA for Anniversary is unfortunately a prophet. It seems pretty obvious. It's really wild, but what we could say at least is that it's probably going to have the animation quality of the new Gogeta, which is exciting in its own way. We come to Nier, and someone saying it's his time, and it's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Nothing really points to Vegeta, right? Like this, Vegeta went Super Saiyan. It's been like 20 years or something since I've seen GT. Vegeta went Super Saiyan 4 in the Destroyed City, right? Bulma shot the what was it, like the lunar ray at him or something like that, and it turned into a great ape. So I don't see it. 5 new LRs and I've only pulled 2. Ugh. Why don't we think it's DAIMA Super Saiyan 4? Again, it's just because this zone, if this is the area for DAIMA, this doesn't make any sense for a DAIMA character. And I guess it could be, I don't know, I guess they could just be like, well, who cares? But like, these all kind of correlate to something. Like the Dokkan Battle stages do look like where the character is present, and in this case, this is literally a valley. This is not a DAIMA character. Any Tama's Vada, or is that happening in September? I would love an End of Z Goku unit because that version of Goku is not represented anywhere outside of the free-to-play unit. Maybe what if unit where it's him and Oob could be cool. This person's posting DAIMA. I would really, if you're someone who's like has used all of your stones, you've used all your stones, there's been so many characters, they're now dropping a 5th one. I think you should feel pretty good because I don't think this is DAIMA. It just has nothing to do with it. Obviously, this is sort of like on the cusp of like, you know, leaks, quote unquote. Not really, not truly, but you know what I mean. It's data mined, right? So it's information we wouldn't otherwise have. To that extent, I would say that like we're in the realm of possibility for sure, but I wouldn't see this as being as obvious as when DAIMA Vegeta dropped. And again, I think Truth's guess of this moment with Goku, or with Goku and Baby, is pretty on the ball and also pretty relevant to what we have here. I mean, we literally just got a Gogeta, we just got a Shenron. Break forward to the future, referring to, you know, End of Z, maybe with the end of the series. It could be, but yeah, it's interesting. It's certainly interesting. Anything else here that like I think they asked and they delivered? No. Surpass Goku, the reinvention of Vegeta. Could this hint a new baby LR? That's interesting. Anything else? I wonder if it could be something outside the box like LR Kid Buu or LR Kid Buu or LR Kid Buu. It's pretty good. No. I'm in the lab. No, it's not. This isn't where Kid Buu was on the Mystic Planet, right? Or whatever. The cow planet or whatever. I hope it's something actually hype like Saiyan Saga. It's not happening. Yeah. This looks very realistic. Craving a Spirit Bomb Goku right now. No. What if it's secretly the featuring Trunks celebration? Part 1 Future, Part 2 GT, Part 3 Super Trunks versus Cell. But maybe it's also likely here just they'd go backwards in the GT saga. Yeah, I don't think so. Zero interest in a unit like this. I will say, right? I will say that you want there to sort of be zero interest right now. If you're someone, if you're a whale and you're just like, I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna go, you're like, yeah, just keep dropping hype, just fucking put the hype in my, I got the heroin needle, put it in my veins. If you're someone who is free to play or low spending, I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing essentially every single big 5, 3, 8 stone mission on my account possible for the last day. Evo is happening. If you guys don't know about that, I'm a huge fighting game fan, long time fighting game player, and I'm just watching Evo and grinding out missions on Dokkan. And I'm up to 600. I was at 200 or something a few days ago or a few weeks ago or a week ago. So I'm just saying, we're saving. This is the absolute peak time for Dokkan to drop something that is nice and reserved and to give us a day to just, take a sigh and move on. We need a nice string of low hype celebrations, low hype part 2s, free ZAs to get us right to that sweet Tanabata celebration, which might actually be DAIMA or might be a Namek celebration, right? And then the only big thing we're looking forward to after that is obviously the anniversary, the 11th anniversary. So huge swath of just time to relax. Don't really worry too much about Dokkan right now. If it ends up being end of Z, end of GT, it's a cool fan unit, but it's not really anything that's super needed. I hope it is. I really don't want to see DAIMA right now. My stones can't take it, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Otherwise, if I had to really hope something, I like Baby, especially Super Baby 2. I hope they don't drop him now. I would really love for them to hold on to that while I'm struggling with stones, right? So that's just me. End of Z Goku, end of GT Goku. Let's get it. Show up with Oob, do some dual attacks. I'll see you next time. I'll get you on a banner or something, maybe during the anniversary. So with all that being said, though, if you like the video, subscribe to the club. We all gonna make it, and peace.